we kind of talked about it. You opened up the season down in San Antonio. It didn't play as well as you wanted to, but what did you learn about your team?
Yeah, yeah, quite a few things, I guess. Yeah, we need to get better at, just, which is, it's kind of a theme throughout the year. We need to get better at scoring when we're not playing our best. I feel like this tournament was a good example of that. We just made a lot of double bogeys and some triples that, probably shouldn't have happened if we're making the right decisions. Especially the first day, it got pretty tough. Mid-morning through mid-afternoon, it was blowing quite a bit. But anyway, that said, like I keep telling the guys, we play in the wind a lot, so it should play to our advantage. This time it didn't. We need to use that to learn how to score better in tough conditions. But I definitely want that to be, something that this team is known for. Getting better at playing in tough conditions.
So what's next? You're off this week, and then you're getting ready for the next tournament?
No, we're actually leaving on Saturday. We're going to Arkansas Fort Smith. Yeah, I'm excited. It's a great course. It's a good field. We'll get to see a couple of teams that we need to get some more head-to-head against. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I'm excited. I mean, the guys are playing well. I feel like everybody's in pretty good form. So yeah, it's just a matter of showing up and playing well when we need to.
How have the guys handled? I know during the COVID year, they all kind of played together. You didn't go into the groups that you normally play in. How has that changed this year?
No, this year it's been the same as before COVID, really. Anybody that plays golf kind of understands. I mean, you're not really in contact that much with somebody who you're playing against, so it's been pretty much the same. Really, the only thing that has changed that we saw in this past tournament, for example, is instead of having normal paper scorecards, we're just doing everything through the phones. So that's a little bit different, but other than that, no major changes really.
What are you looking for as you go further on towards the end of the season and warming up? How is that going to help conditions for scoring?
Yeah, the weather, definitely helps. More than anything for practice purposes, the weather getting good right now, like today's a good example of that, allows us to go and play outside instead of, having to practice indoor, which when we have to practice indoor, I mean, we're very thankful of the fact that we have an indoor facility, but, clearly there's certain things that you just cannot do. So it kind of limits you a little bit. But yeah, clearly, good weather helps, makes things easier, especially for practicing purposes.
Who are some of the players that you've seen just kind of impressed you so far early on in the season?
Sorry, I couldn't hear
Who are some of your players that you thought have really impressed you so far early in the season?
Daniel Unger, he's been playing really well since we got back. I feel like Harry Walsh has also stepped up. He had a pretty good tournament this past tournament. He was our #1 guy. It's definitely good to see him kind of back in form. Because he's somebody who, kind of going back to what I was saying a little bit ago, he's somebody who can, it's good at putting a pretty good score even when things are not going his way. He understands how to grind around golf, and as a coach, I really appreciate that. And yeah, I would say those two guys, have kind of played pretty well so far.